What's cracking, soldiers? Manler here in the man cave, and continuing my interrogation into proving how building maximal strength in core lifts in both powerlifting and in strongman will actually increase your work capacity and make you a better CrossFitter. Last night I got an interesting question. Someone wanted to know, a CrossFitter wanted to know really, how much I could do in a thruster. Now, I didn't know what a thruster was, so I looked it up, and basically what it is a power clean into a front squat into a strict press or push press, however you're looking at it. But anyway, the way you're going to improve this is basically the same way you're going to improve a power lift. It's not just by doing the movement over and over again. Yes, that's important. You need to understand the intricacies of that movement, but you need to break it down into each individual movement. All right, so it's a very complex movement pattern. First, we want to start with our power clean. I have absolute shit form on power cleans, but I get away with a lot because I have a lot of strength in my posterior chain. How do I have that? By overloading my posterior chain a lot in all of my core lifts with powerlifting and in strongman. Like I said, maximal strength in powerlifting and strongman equals a brutally strong posterior chain. And I'll be honest, a lot of CrossFitters aren't going to have that amount of strength, and that's going to allow me to get away with a lot more than someone with really crisp form that has a little bit of a weaker posterior chain. Now, that takes care of the power clean part. Let's move on to the front squat. Obviously, the second part of it is the front squat, so we want to dip into the front squat. How do we do that? We can't just keep doing the same amount of weight, progressive overload style, or a very low amount of weight for a prolonged period of time and expect our front squat to increase a lot. We have to use some methodology to increase the amount we can front squat. What do we use? I use the same mold that I use for the West Side method. It's basically conjugate methodology. We have a dynamic and we have a max effort day. We're increasing the rate of force development and we're increasing our max strength. They go hand in hand. All right, now from there we look into that strict press or the push press. From there, I gotta be honest with you. Powerlifting, it definitely, especially bench pressing, has a lot to do with my lockout strength in my overhead press. And strongman, a lot of guys don't have as crisp form as Olympic lifters, but a lot of times we're pushing implements overhead that aren't quite as kind or as simple as an Olympic lift. Some of the odd objects we might have to press overhead are kegs, logs, fat bars. Ultimately, they're going to be a little bit more difficult than just your standard rotating bars. So to do that, we focus on, one, lifting heavy overhead, and two, increasing our amount of strength with bench press. When you do that, it's going to really increase your lockout by increasing your tricep strength. And also, once again, focusing on the conjugate method. The West Side method is great because it's really going to increase the rate of force development, how much pop you got, explosiveness. Now, speed is really important when you're talking about strength as well, because we don't want to have to fight that long with the weight. We want to be able to produce our maximum amount of force as fast as we possibly can. Rate of force development, implement it. Now, if none of this makes sense to you, that's cool, but when you put everything together, it's really going to come into trouble. And like I said, I've never done a thruster before, so check out what I did with my thrusters. Maybe you can give me some insight, but ultimately, given the fact that I've never done this before, and this is strictly a CrossFit movement, I feel like you got to respect the results when you take in the fact that I have never done anything but powerlifting or strongman. So check out what we did today and tell me that getting cock strong in both powerlifting and strongman won't help you be a better CrossFitter. Listen up, all you hard-working, intense, ass-kicking CrossFitters out there. If you'd like to know how to increase your maximal strength in both powerlifting and in strongman to become a better CrossFitter, increase that work capacity, then email me at GoEliteSC@gmail.com. Have a good night, soldiers. MANdler. Out.